Hi, my name's Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today teaching you the guitar solo out of Lover All I Can by Kiss. Thanks everyone for the requests. It sounds like this. So we're going to break that down phrase by phrase, show you how to play that. Before we begin, just a reminder that Kiss mostly tune down a semitone for almost all their songs. So we're at E flat for the top string, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat on second string, and E flat on first string. Some very distinct sections in this particular solo. First up, we've got what we could call an arpeggio section. It's where you take notes of the chord and craft your solo lines around that. So we're following the chords, and the chord sequence goes D, back to C, to E flat, B flat, C. So the D part, I'm going to flatten my first finger across fret number 10 at strings 1 and 2, and then stretching my pinky out to get this arpeggio effect. So while my first finger sits at the 10th fret at all times for the D chord, and yes, that means it relates to your D bar chord position, so think about that if you do know these particular things. My pinky, I've stretched that right out to 15th fret, so you got a dot at 15 and doing a pull off from 15 to 10, then striking 10th fret on second string, so 15 10 on first string, and then second fret, second string 10th fret, 10 15 10 on first string, 10 on second string. Hope you followed that. Then 14th fret, and almost the same pattern, 14 pulling off to 10, and then 10th fret of second string. I'm repeating that essentially 3 times, so once, twice, then the 15 pull off, and that's this section for the D chord. Move back to C now, and your first finger's gonna sit at 8th fret, covering strings 1 and 2. This time your high note pattern is 12, 12, 13, 12, 13. So not exactly the same as the first one. Just remember that, Tommy Taylor, not exactly the same. I'm then moving up to 11th fret, so the E flat there. We're now going to get the high notes being 16, 15, 16, 15, and 16. First finger at all times was at 11th fret of string 1 and 2. We're then moving back for the B flat chord, which will then be followed by the C, of just being the straight arpeggio. So first finger is now flat at 6th fret on strings 1 and 2, and then my high note is just the same on this occasion, which is going to be 10th fret. And he finishes on that 10th fret. So the third time you strike it will be the finish of the B flat, and then moving up for the C chord back to 8th fret. And my high note in this instance is 12th fret. So just recapping that for phrase number 1 for this arpeggio section: D, C, E flat, B flat, and then up to the C. Pause this video now, just get used to this arpeggio section, and we'll be back with the Hendrix section, I'm going to call it, for phrase number 2. Phrase number 2, and we're still following the chords like in phrase number 1, and we're getting this. So what I'm doing here is, once again, first finger flattening out at the backbone of the chords, and for D it's 10th fret. And we've got this Hendrix type rhythm lick idea. What I'm doing is hammering on and pulling off on string number 2. Strumming strings 1 and 2, 10th frets. Hammer on and pull off 10, 12, 10 on the second string. And then the notes 12 and 11 of third string. And doing that same pattern, just moving it around the chords. So that was the D. Then I move it back for C to 8th fret with my first finger. And as you can hear, the pattern's almost repeating 3 times. So D, 10th fret, C, 8th fret, E flat at 11th fret, B flat back to 6th fret, and slightly changing the lick up now. So the hammer on and pull off at the start, just hitting the 8th fret note on the third string, and then back to your fretted 6th frets. So there's your B flat, and same thing for C. So this chord sequence is Hendrix sequence for phrase number 2. D, 10th fret, C, 8th fret, E flat, 11th fret, B flat, C. Then we've got this scale pattern. We're now going to base the rest of the solo out of the 10th fret minor pentatonic shape on 6th string. If you haven't learnt that particular scale before, just click the little video tab appearing above me now. I'll take you to my lesson on how to play that particular scale. Hendrix. So the Chuck Berry style bend, where I'm at 12th fret of 3rd string for the bend, and then 10th fret on 2nd and 1st string. And then following that with a bend and return on 12, and then back to 10 of 3rd string, 12th fret of 4th string, and then completing it with bends at the 12th fret of 3rd string and vibrato as well. So Chuck Berry, blues lick, like an Eric Clapton type lick, and then bends. And there is all of phrase number 2. Your Hendrix stuff, a Chuck Berry, then an Eric Clapton. Feel free to pause this video now, just work on phrase 2, put phrase 1 and 2 together, and we're now going to be going into more traditional pentatonic style licks for the rest of the solo. Phrase number 3, and we're doing lots of pentatonic style playing. So we're starting with string bends, 12th fret of the 3rd string again, 8 in a row at one particular rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a pentatonic lick run after those 8 slow, 6 fast bends. So just to recap those bends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A bend and return, still at 12th fret of the 3rd string. 10th fret, 3rd string. 12 on 4. And then a hammer on from 10 to 12 on 4. So just to put that first half together. 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. Coming up next, on the 3rd string, 10, 12, 10. A pentatonic run once again. Bend at 12 of 3rd string, then 10 on 2nd. And then plain normal 12, not bend. So bend, 10, 12. And just play those on the right strings. And then once again, just scale pattern, 10, 13, 10 on the 2nd string. So just to start to progress through this particular phrase, bends, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 10. To finish out phrase number 3, a bend and return at 10, at 12, and then to the 10, all on the 3rd string. Clapton right here, 12 on 4th string, 12 on 3rd string, 10 on the 3rd string, and then finish with 12, 10, 12 on the 4th string. And that's all of phrase number 3. So I'll just put that together. Think of it probably in 3 sections. The bends to start off with. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you're ready, pause this video, learn phrase number 3, glue 1, 2 and 3 together, where you got arpeggios in phrase 1, Hendrix in phrase 2, pentatonic licks for phrase 3, back for phrase 4 when you are ready. Number 4 of Love Her All I Can, we get this. So a repeating lick played on different strings. Lots of pull-offs through this section. What I'm doing there is 12, 13, 12, 10. All on 1st string. And then finishing it at the scale note on the next string. In this case, 13th fret of 2nd string. Then doing the same kind of pattern on the next string. 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 13, 12, 10. And then this time finishing on 12th fret of the 3rd string. So pattern 1, pattern 2. And we're going to repeat that. 3 times. The end of the 3rd time, we're going to keep continuing up the strings. So I'm now on 3rd string going 12, 13, 12, 10, and then finishing within the scale pattern, 12th fret of 4th string. And then the same thing on 4th string, 12, 13, 12, 10, and 12 fifth string. So just to run that: first string, second string, third string, fourth string, and just a scale run to finish off the solo. Fret numbers 12, 10 on fourth string, 12 on fifth string, 10 third string, 12 on fourth string, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. And there you have all the phrases and parts to the Love Her All I Can solo. I'll play it once again, the clean tone on, and I'll slow it down. Here we go. Phrase 2. Phrase 3, 6, 7, 8. Phrase 4. And then back into the chords of the verse. Good luck learning this particular solo. Thank you for all the requests I got for this one. It has been a popular requested one. If you've learnt something, subscribe to our channel, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. We've got the complete now solos for Dress to Kill up on this channel. Click that thumbs up button, give this video a like. If you've got any questions or comments or any requests to make for other guitar solos that you'd like to learn, please just leave them here on this video. I'll get to them as soon as possible. Good luck learning the guitar solo out of Love Her All I Can by Kiss.